If someone believes they're called to foreign missions as a missionary and they don't have a clue where to start, the first thing they should do is go sit down with their pastor in their local church and share their heart, what it is that God is saying to them and what they have a desire to do. And that's where Go To Nations comes in. We've developed a state-of-the-art equipping track that equips a brand new missionary with no field experience whatsoever from A to Z. The first step of that is our MPO, and that is short for Missionary Preparation and Orientation. That is the first step in a 3-step process that is our equipping track. It's held here in Jacksonville, Florida at our world headquarters. It's 6 days, a Monday through half day on Saturday, and it's what we call our basic A to Z training. It starts out with dealing with the Great Commission mandate.
So when we understand that, it is our mission.
What is that, and what does your call have to do with meeting that mandate?
If you are called to be a missionary, it means that God is trusting you to help get the message delivered to every tribe, every tongue, every people, and every nation.
It's followed then by a set of extensive interviews that the candidate has to go through, where we look very in-depth at their life.
So how do you think you're going to face this extra cultural experience in Thailand?
Everywhere from how they were raised, the whole social aspect, their family, their finances, their education level, if there's been trauma in their life of any sort, and if so, what have they done to address that trauma so that there's healing in the soul?
In a stressful environment, I would probably button my lip a little bit and kind of introvert and watch what's going on around me.
So you guys are a perfect balance,
yeah, we do.
aren't you?
Balance each other, right.
Yeah.
That's followed by a day and a half of courses that go around their missions and maintaining well-being. What does that look like, from dealing with culture shock to missions from a pastor's point of view? How do they relate to the local church? To fundraising and how to build a strong support team around them. Policies and procedures. What does it take to stay legal in the 21st century while we conduct gospel ministry in 90+ nations around the world?
Pastor's Pack. The one you guys are going to create looks like this.
You have to get monthly partnerships to make your missionary success stabilized.
People that you tell that you're going on the field, take them with you, spiritually in prayer and support and just being there emotionally.
When I'm talking about what's going on in the world, I'm saying this to really say we can do something about this.
What did Jesus do when he encountered people? He ministered to them physically, then spiritually. He fed them.
You're going to have difficulties on the field. There are frustrations because they just don't do things like you do here.
Be mature. Carry the mantle of a missionary into those situations.
It is really hard to go 6,000 miles away from home and not find that you're going to develop a greater commitment to the call of God on your life.
And then the very last phase of the MPO in Jacksonville is what we call personal development. And we begin to look at training and what their personality's like. How were they designed and created to function? What is their behavioral style?
The D's have the ideas, the I's promote it, the S's do the work, and the C's check it.
Look at this. There's not even any more room for D. I like people only if they're doing what I tell them to do.
He's a D and I'm an S. I'm an SC, steady and competent type.
I micromanage and check people's work.
I don't know that we understand each other anymore now that
Opposites attract, that's what we want. He's charming and I'm controlling.
and I'm pretty depressed about the whole deal.
You are one of a kind, and there isn't anyone who can do exactly as you do or who is exactly as you are, but you need to find out who you are, step into it, and take your place on the team.
And then it's followed by a little bit of personal ministry, just helping them to really open up and deal with anything that has been stirred up in them that week, and that it's their moment to be able to lay that down. And we have trained ministers, counselors who come in on that last after Friday afternoon and Saturday and really pour into them.
The humility that you have inside of you, whatever level it's at, is where God's going to grow you from. So don't lose that.
Following MPO, and a part of our MPO tuition, is 3 weeks of online training with a ministry called Kingdom Come Training. They work with a candidate Monday through Thursday for 3 weeks, an hour and a half of class with online training. And then that's followed by a coach that works with them on a monthly basis until they're fully funded. Our MPO is the time where we get to know the missionary candidate and they get to know Go-To Nations.
It is such a relief as a person who is seeking to step into full-time missions to be around people who are so like-minded.
We feel like we've known everybody for years and years. And it's the strangest thing because, we've only been here a few days.
They truly have the heartbeat of what it's like to be a missionary. They understand, they truly get it.
New ideas, new strategies of how to reach people, how to challenge them to rise up to answer the call of God in their lives. Great experience, great team building, a great exposure to the heart of the people here.
And you're able to share, and you're able to communicate, and people are laughing, and people are crying, and people are opening up. And it's not just the students, it's the teachers that are doing all those very same things.
And I highly recommend it to anybody at whatever level they are in their consideration of going to missions or supporting missions.
We believe God for laborers for the harvest. And so we're praying all the time for God to send the right people at the right time. And when these people come through, they're an answer to prayer. And so we embrace them as though they have been sent from heaven. And when we walk them through this process, I'm elated because that's what we're here for. We're not here just punching a clock. We're not here just filling time. We're here about recruiting, training, and mobilizing laborers for the harvest.